Welcome to the BMW F10 M5. Debuted in 2013 in the United States, the M5 had a price of around 91 grand MSRP. These days, you can find really nice examples for 35 to 40 grand on the low end, and up to 50, 60 grand if you get a really nice example, and some of the manual transmission versions are going for even higher than that. But here, we're going to talk about the more affordable ones, around 35 to 40 grand. Right here, we got a 2013. This one's around 81,000 miles now, but when it was bought, it had around 72,000 miles. So that's fairly low, around 7,000 miles per year for its age. What makes this package special is that the F10 M5 is an everyday car. It's got 4 doors, it's got room in the back seats, you've got heated rear seats, you've got massaging front seats, 4-zone climate control, the list goes on. You have rear sunshades. And it's practical. The trunk is big, the fuel tank is an adequate size, and the rear doors actually open up wide enough for an adult to get in. This means you can do anything with the F10 M5 and take it almost anywhere. But I know you're not here for practicality, you're here for performance, you're here for driving, and the F10 M5 is no slouch in that department. You can tune these cars to over 700 horsepower with just $1,000, and you don't even need downpipes in all cases. If you want to, sure, you get extra sound, but just run a little bit of ethanol in your car or run a really good 93 tune and you can have a 700 horsepower beast on your hands, which means you have through and through a supercar. I mean, it still looks like a 5 Series, it looks beefy, of course, like an M5, but you have 700 horsepower on your hands at that point. 560 is a lot from the factory, but 700 is a whole nother league. And it takes this car up to a level that, that if you haven't driven a car with that kind of power, it's astonishing.
This car has a tune on it. So this car is tuned with MHD with the E30 tune. And I don't have the transmission tune, the DCT. I could, maybe with XXP or something, but I didn't think it was worth it. So with that being said, let's get in the car, start it up, and hear how it sounds.
As you may have figured out already, we're driving in Angeles Forest today, and the F10 M5 is perfect for these kind of roads. These are long, winding turns with on-camber, off-camber turns, some hairpins here and there, but mostly sweeping turns. And the big body F10 M5 is suited perfectly for this kind of road. Now here's a walk around of the F10 M5. This one's a bit dinged up, some dents here and there, scuffs and stuff like that, but nothing a clear coat buff couldn't get out. Now, I'll admit, the F10 M5 can look a bit pedestrian at times, but when you're next to it in person, it has a presence, and it's hard not to drink in the shape. The wide hips, the defined rear end, the front end that looks super aggressive with the big air intakes, and the LED taillights that, in my eyes, still look modern. Now, you've probably had enough talking for now. Let's hear how this thing sounds on the road. So, how does the F10 M5 hold up on road? Pretty great if you ask me. The F10 M5 is a car that you can throw into corners. It's a 4,400 pound beast, but you can throw it into corners because it's got the brakes to match. They're absolutely huge and they can take all the heat you can throw at them. Even on a course like this with hills, descents, ascents, the brakes just don't get tired and they don't even squeak. The suspension is very sophisticated too, with its multi-link rear end. Though over the choppiest roads, you can get a bit squirrely under full power. And while the steering can be vague at times, you learn to live with it. And the car grows in your hands and you feel more confident corner after corner. So that's the F10 M5. I'm not sure what more you could want in the car. These cars started at 91 grand when they came out, but again, these days, a good example can be had for 35 to 40 grand on the lower end. If you want to spend more, that's your prerogative. With 4 doors, 560 horsepower, 500 pound-feet of torque, massaging seats, and a heated steering wheel, I'm not sure what more you could want in the car.